Well, I just took a lot of damage all at once.
You just got spanked. And it was sexy.
It's because I switched off the shotgun. I shouldn't have used the chainsaw.
Indeed. That's it. Blame your weapon.
Yes. It's a continuing trend. Whenever I switch from the shotgun, I die.
I mean, you didn't die earlier when you switched from the shotgun. Just saying. Hashtag.
Yeah, but every time that I do die, I mean, it's well, anyway, whatever. Look at this.
Whoa, dude, you got so many epic weapon upgrades.
Can I even upgrade it? Oh, is this a shotgun? No, that wasn't.
It's the regular shotgun.
I never even use that.
Gatling rotor.
That's fully upgraded. This.
That's not epic, dude.
What is that even? Ah, look at this. We're at full speed when zoomed in.
That's epic.
Hooray! Is this the rocket launcher?
That's epic rocket launcher.
That's not the rocket launcher.
That's the epic rocket launcher. You haven't unlocked either of the things yet?
Well, then I guess I'll start.
Because you're not epic enough.
Power shot. I guess I'll just start upgrading things randomly.
Yeah, might as well. I don't think you can even do anything else.
Maybe my pistol?
Yeah, do it. You don't have enough.
Did I miss one up here? I didn't. Decrease the time it takes for a charge enemy shot. It doesn't really matter, I suppose. Cause it's not the shotgun!
Indeed.
No, they noticed me sooner this... No, they didn't actually.
Oh, snap.
Hide me!
just go right back where you were standing. Take all the extra damage from the explosive barrels.
The Rottweilers.
The Rottweilers, them too.
Oh, look, there's boys down here.
Indeed.
Secret boys.
I'll show you my secret boys.
Ah. Well then. The Kaka demons found me.
Kaka demon's showing you his secret boys.
Ah. Ho, 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 ho. Hopefully the big red man don't find me.
It's the big red man.
Otherwise I'll have to use
You could use the BFG. I mean, there's a lot of BFG ammo here for a reason.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to find.
That was epic,
Oh
dude.
yeah! Is there gonna be another one? No, it's just a Kaka demon.
Kaka demon.
Kaka demons are made out of paper.
So is your
Ouch.
mother. Oh, what?
Oh snap. The sickest of burns.
Oh, yeah.
You're on Goiter Gropers. Ouch.
Whoa, dude, you're gonna need to make a diss track against me now.
You suck dick for a foreign car!
Hit or miss. I guess they never miss, huh?
Got a boyfriend, I bet he doesn't kiss your
Mwah! In case you can't tell, we've been watching a lot of TikTok recently.
That's why my brain is more mush than usual.
That's the excuse we're coming up with. That's why this recording session is going to be bad, is because our brains are mush from TikTok.
Yes.
I do feel like...
I've submit to the void.
I do feel like TikTok has not contributed to my mental health at all. Like, I feel worse off in general because of it, but I'm never going to stop watching it as long as it's a thing, because I can't stop, you know? It's like an addiction. I can't get enough.
Do you happen to relate better to socialism?
I'm getting closer, I think.
Wow, I healed a bunch from that. That was a good one. This big boy is gonna squeeze me in his titties if I don't run.
That's gonna be hot. Let's watch that happen.
That one of those fat dudes in that TikTok have legit titties.
I mean, all the fat dudes in anything have titties.
But they look like breasts. They were crazy. They were shapely.
Mm-hmm. They're turning you on a little bit.
No, they're disturbing me. And when dudes, the closer a dude's titties get to the titties that I enjoy, the more disgusted I become. I'm like, you
with
can't.
With yourself or with them?
With them, they can't have them. They can't.
Not worthy.
They can't ruin what is sacred to me.
Uh huh.
That's like if I posted a picture of Ahmed Ali or whatever. The Muslims don't want me to post a picture of.
Who, Akbar? Oh, what's his name? Muhammad.
Yeah, that one, Muhammad Ali.
Yes, exactly.
Uh-oh.
That might be a good time for the BFG, maybe?
Oh, yeah. If I don't miss.
That was
looks
epic,
like it doesn't
dude.
matter if I miss.
It's because the BFG is epic.
I didn't know it did that.
It's
Hooray.
extra epic.
Oops. Okay.
I don't wear. There's plenty of dudes around.
They're everywhere. In my hair. In the derriere. So I watched some interesting movies this week.
Yeah.
Oh, I just realized that you were singing. That's a classic.
Indeed.
So I watched a movie every day this week.
Oh, really?
And the best one, the first one, which was the best one, in my opinion, and probably by critics' reviews, was Despicable Me 3.
Oh boy, setting the bar nice and low, huh?
Yeah. Granted, I enjoy pretty much all movies. Like the Minions, I just think they're so. Now that I've seen them on TikTok and stuff, I just laugh at them.
Yeah.
I enjoy things so ironically that the irony I think might be gone. But at least I'm enjoying myself. But regardless, so I saw that. I don't have anything bad to say about it really. It's just what you would expect, I suppose.
Yeah.
I saw Mamma Mia 2. Oops, Sweet Mamma Mia again. That's not actually what it's called.
Might as well be.
But it was the second one. It was strange.
Yeah, I mean, I've only seen the Nostalgia Critics review of the first one, I think.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine the second one's any better.
Yeah, it was strange. Since you watched the Nostalgia Critic, do you remember the plot at all from the first one?
Yeah, it's like
how they're on an island and the main
the girl's getting married and she might have 3 different fathers. I think it is, right?
Yeah, because her mom was just boning a bunch of dudes.
Yeah. Does this look like Mother Brain at all to you? Because a lot of people think this looks like Mother Brain, and I agree.
Yeah, it does kind of look like Mother Brain. And this looks like a lowland golem.
It looks like Wrecking Ball.
It does look like that too. A spurting Wrecking Ball.
Indeed.
Is this a final boss?
Not yet.
Okay. So this was a prequel, mostly.
Okay.
It took place after the second movie, but it was like there was 2 storylines, go back and forth. Okay. The one with the girl, and her mom is just dead in the second movie for no reason.
Oh, wow.
And they don't ever say why. And so everyone's there, and she's like, "Oh yeah, mom's dead." But then they have the storyline of when her mom first got to the island, and she just like boned 3 dudes for some reason. And I watched that, and I'm like, what the heck am I watching? I don't know why that just. And one dude, the first dude, because there's like this a tale of woes and hoes, I suppose you could say.
Tale of woes and hoes. That's gotta be the tagline of my life, I think. There's not very many hoes.
But so the first guy that she bones is obsessed with her. She graduates university, and she goes to this island for some reason, and then this dude's there, and he's like, "Hey, I'm a virgin, and I've never had sex before. Would you do that with me?" She's like, "Yeah, sure, I'll do you a solid." And so they bone, and then it shows them like in the bed afterwards. He's like, "That was the best thing ever. I like love you." And then she's like, "That's nice, dear." And then she just like leaves in the middle of the night and goes and bones another dude on a boat. And I'm like, again, what am I watching? But also, I don't know. That's just weird to me. The culture around for this, like, I don't think
virginity is bad.
Yeah, I don't think sex is. I'm not saying you shouldn't ever do it, but at the same, and I would never shame someone for doing it outside of marriage. Or I don't really. There's worse things, and like we were both raised conservative Christians, so that was generally like against the rules. Though pretty much everyone at school did, I'm sure. At least enough people that I know of, yeah. But I just don't get the culture around just having sex because you haven't done it before. Yeah. I just feel like that's mentally dangerous.
Indeed. It's just putting so much pressure on yourself to just do it with anybody, you know?
Yeah. And it was interesting because I was listening to Super Mega Cast with Denny on it.
Yeah.
And he had I guess it's almost opposite, where he did do it because he was a virgin, but it was because it was to take the nervousness away from it, I guess, so that he could just bone other people without being nervous about it. which I guess I kind of get, but I don't know. It just so strikes me weird to be like, okay, we're having sex under the pretext of me just not being able to have sex with anyone else.
Yeah.
And you're my only option or whatever.
Indeed.
It's just, that's really weird to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't say why. It just gives me a weird feeling. Just like, I don't know if that's a good reason.
It's probably. I think it's
not that I'm an
because
expert,
you're an emotionally mature person who isn't just obsessed with sex.
Yeah.
It's not on the level to where you're, that's the only thing that you're seeking.
Yeah,
in your life.
I joke about like titties a lot, and I do very much enjoy titties.
Of course.
But it doesn't have to. You can enjoy titties without having sex all the time, or being nervous about having sex, or having sex because you're ashamed you're not having sex. It's just, I don't know. I think our whole culture around just sex in general.
Yeah. It's a
kind
bad,
of jacked up.
Yeah, indeed. I think that American culture, Western culture, that's one of the bad things that's happened with it.
Yeah.
American culture, Western culture is still the best culture to ever exist. You can't convince me otherwise because it's not true.
Change that mind.
Yeah, exactly. But that is one of the negatives of it. It is a very highly sex-obsessed society, and I don't think that's a good thing.
Yeah. And
I also think that's not necessarily something that's wrong with Western ideology inherently. I think it's more something that's wrong with leftism, because Western ideology is corrupted by leftism. So
yeah, and it's interesting because in like Japan, like no one bones really, and they just like watch prawns and stuff, and they have hentai.
Dudes marry holograms instead of actual women.
Yeah, and they're in video game characters and stuff.
Yeah,
and it's like that's kind of strange too, but I don't know. It's probably a safer way of dealing with hormones than just having sex for no reason.
That's not a safe way of dealing with anything.
I suppose that. Yeah, I guess maybe getting obsessed with. Yeah, I guess that's an extreme. What I would say more is just like if you have hormones or something, maybe just like wank one out and you'll be fine. It's like you don't have to get people pregnant and get an abortion and have AIDS and all this. It's like, I'm not saying
if you have sex, you're going to get AIDS, man.
Yeah, but that's not necessarily going to happen. And I mean, if a girl like whipped out her titties, I'd probably smack them around. So who am I to say? But at the same time,
like we're talking about this, like the true virgins that we are. But then if a girl like says hi to us, we're gonna be like, well, I guess I'm not a virgin anymore.
Yeah. Well, depends what you mean for dudes. I don't even know how you quantify that.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But either way, like the point is, I don't seek it out.
Yeah.
And I guess it's fine to seek out if it's what you want, if you desire.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think sex does a lot of stuff to the brain, and maybe it might be harm. I don't know, but what do I know? But maybe it might be harmful to do it with a bunch of people.
Yes, it is dangerous to do it with a lot of people. Especially for women, it's emotionally damaging, and I feel like sluts, just that they find their own way of dealing with it. Like they try to make themselves empowered by it, but in reality, it's very damaging to the female psyche.
Yeah.
Men, it doesn't matter as much to them, which is further proof men and women are different. Just saying. Hashtag leftism. So yeah, that's another thing. And it used to be that women would withhold sex until marriage, and then men had to play by women's rules. And overall, I think that society was better off because of it. But now everybody's boning no matter what, and we've got STDs running around like crazy. AIDS. You got space AIDS too.
Space AIDS, squirrel AIDS.
Yeah, exactly. Squirrel AIDS.
Squades.
Yeah, exactly. I got the needle AIDS, not the gay AIDS. Society's messed up. It's very sex obsessed. What else can we say?
Yeah. And I'm just glad I'm not a girl. It'd be fun to have the ability to transition, like you said, as a horny dude, to like slap my titties around or something. But in reality, I would never want to be a girl. Especially like boning, that would horrify me. Especially if you're like promiscuous, just to have all those, have everyone's brew in your stew. Everyone's brew in your stew. Yeah, that sounds. I just feel
That's a wonderful way of putting it. I've never heard it said like that, but I'm very glad I've been introduced
I'm
to
an
that way of
eloquent
saying
poet.
it. You are an eloquent poet. You didn't even know it.
But now I can hoe it.
Pretty much. Just
Wait.
don't blow it.
But yeah, I mean, I guess it is more dangerous for females, right? They're more likely to get STDs. It's dangerous for dudes too.
I don't
But I
know
feel
if
like
they're
it's
more
somewhat
likely.
more dangerous than for females.
Well,
I feel.
Females also run the risk of getting pregnant. If a dude gets
Yeah,
a girl
that's
pregnant,
fair.
you never see her again, you don't care. But a girl's going to have to deal with the fallout from that no matter what. But unfortunately, abortion's become the number one, I don't know about number one, but it's become an all too common escape route, if you will call it that, for unplanned pregnancy.
Yeah.
So
And that's still not perfected, right? Like that can
it does
jack you
bear
up.
a ton of health risks, yeah.
Yeah, and that can like make you infertile.
Yeah, it
and
can.
stuff.
It can. If it doesn't make you infertile, it can also just decrease your chances of having a successful pregnancy later in life because it damages your internal workings.
Yeah.
It's emotionally damaging because, it is a life, and as much as people want to refuse to think that it is, it's not an easy decision for anybody who decides to have an abortion to just be like, yeah, I'm just going to do this. They know, most of these women know, hey, this is going to be a baby, and it's my baby, and it's so difficult for them to come to grips with killing them, and most of the time, they end up regretting it, I think. I remember reading some study that said, I forget what the actual percentage of women who said they regret having their abortion was, but it wasn't, a small percentage of women.
Yeah.
Ended up regretting it.
Yeah, it makes sense. And it's a big decision. It's like a life-altering decision to
Yeah.
have this child now or not. Whoops. Well, at least I have ammo for my shotgun again.
Indeed. That's all that really matters in life. As long as I have ammo for my shotgun.
Exactly. Is there a secret down here?
There
Or
might
is
be.
this the way to go?
It might be either.
Ah.
Could be a feature. Could be an epic secret.
Oh, yeah. That's
Look
just...
at
That's right in the
secret,
pillar. Yeah, that's just my... Should
That's just
I try and
a
melee him?
You'll die. You'll die.
Oh, I made it! I did a double jump.
That was epic, dude. You're an epic gamer.
Oh, yeah. This was just a trap.
My goodness.
I feel
Traps
like...
are gay, by the way.
Oh,
While
yeah.
we're on this topic.
Yeah. I feel like if I was a female, I might have fun customizing myself.
Customizing yourself? What do you mean by that?
Just like dressing up.
Oh, okay.
I don't care about fashion and clothes as a dude.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I feel like I'd be interested in changing if I was a female. It's like...
I honestly couldn't put myself in the headspace of a female, just like caring about any of that stuff. Like, I just it's another thing that goes to show that women and men are so completely different. Like, I can't even like consider putting myself in a woman's shoes and thinking like, what would I be interested in? I would still be interested in video games and anime, and I guess some women are, but it seems like it's exceedingly rare for that to be the case, at least in my experience.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'd be a big titty goth GF.
Indeed. Alexa, can I get a big titty goth GF?
Hmm.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh, that's funny.
Indeed.
That'll probably show up on recording.
I hope so.
I feel like I feel like girls must be somewhat attracted to each other. That's my theory.
Yeah.
Because that's how they're so much better at like fashion and being attractive than dudes.
Uh-huh.
Because they can like
They can judge themselves based on their standards for other women.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't have really standards for other dudes other than like muscularity. Like, I can understand finding that attractive because I find that desirable for myself, as a goal to obtain,
Yeah.
But like in terms of like a dude's face, like finding him hot or not, as it were, like sure, if I see one dude and it's like, okay, sure, I think women will probably find him attractive, but like I really don't know,
Yeah.
And then like sometimes it's like, oh, girls find this dude super attractive, and I'm like, really? Like, he doesn't look all that special, like I don't get it.
Yeah. Yeah, I can understand like David Beckham and The Rock and stuff. Like
Sure.
people who are the top of their respective physical acts and
Yeah. But then, like,
Super
PewDiePie
fit.
is always on the top of, like, all these most handsome faces lists. And I'm like, is he really? Why? Like, he just looks like a normal dude to me, you know? He doesn't look like a massive, like, an absolute unit, you know? Like, a fine physical specimen. Nothing against him, of course. Because I love PewDiePie. But, like, I just don't... I can't understand it, you know? There's just no way for my brain to comprehend it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of it is that he's just well groomed.
Yeah.
He does his beard really well, and he does his hair pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
And he does different looks and stuff, and I think that's something they look for too. Is like, oh, he can do this look, and he can do this look.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the female dressing up in a way.
Mm-hmm. So it's more proof that women are attracted to women, so because they are attracted to feminine traits in men, like dressing up differently. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe that's a good way of putting it. That adds to my theory, my conspiracy theory that women will replace us.
They're just gonna do it with men completely. I mean, at this rate, the leftists are certainly trying.
Yeah, here. Yeah, honestly, and to that point, even with the femaleness, I feel like a lot of what the mainstream attractiveness of the youngins nowadays is like very metrosexual.
Yeah.
With like they're like these skinny dudes, clean shaven, and they've got like this hair that they like flop on top of their head and stuff, you know, and they're doing like these silly poses, and it's like this feels it's very metrosexual at
very
least. Yeah.
It's true.
If not like androgynous feministic qualities to it.
Indeed, yeah. Like I was saying, I mean, with all this TikTok stuff, you know, I assume that's what sparked your discussion about this.
Those two
TikTok
brothers
stuff.
who are in my mind actually of this look that I'm thinking of.
I
threw a fireball backwards. That was awesome.
That
He just turned around and he like backhanded it.
Indeed. Like on TikTok especially, I feel like I don't like consider TikTok to be a good representation of what is actually like common in society, because it's mostly fags and furries, you know. And then obviously trolls have taken over, thankfully. So, but yeah, there are a lot of like dudes who look like girls or girls who look like dudes, and I honestly don't know what they are. Like, I've become so like confused by it all. You know, I think that one chick is actually a dude, the Nyan Nyan cosplay girl. I was full on convinced that she was a dude because of all this stuff. Like,
yeah, and it's unfortunate because I hadn't even thought of that. I was like, oh, she's pretty cute actually.
Mm-hmm.
And then all this started happening. Like, oh no, is she actually a trap? But then I looked at her Twitter and stuff, and she's very much definitely a female.
Uh-huh.
And it's kind of unfortunate. I mean, I get people want to look the way that they want to look, but it's unfortunate that she had her. I don't know. That probably feels like it sucks. But then to have your gender question widely like that, when you're, I don't know, maybe from what she said on her Twitter, it didn't seem like it hit her too bad, but it didn't seem like she enjoyed it either.
Yeah,
know?
well, I mean, nobody would, you know.
Yeah, so it kind of sucks for her. I understood where she was coming from.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Whoa, that guy just whipped his beam.
Indeed.
Whipping his beam.
He whipped and nay-nayed on you.
Indeed, he nay-nayed on the noobs.
You gotta dab on these haters.
I heard that from Matt. I don't know if he made that up or what, but I love it. Nay-naying on the noobs.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to nay-nay.
I don't know either.
But anyway, that actually got all started from me talking about my movies I watched.
Yeah.
So, after Mamma Mia, and Cher was in that.
Is she still as disgusting as ever?
Yeah, she could barely move. I couldn't tell her apart from a mannequin. I wouldn't be surprised if they were like wheeling a mannequin around and they just had like a Japanese voiceover for her or something.
What-he-said?
I want to see that now. You're trying to win Cher over for me.
Yeah.
But anyway, and the funny thing is that she's supposed to be the grandma and Meryl Streep is the mom, and then whoever the heck is the daughter. And it's funny because Meryl Streep is like 68 or something, and Cher's 72. It's like, And Cher looks like a plastic mannequin, and Meryl Streep doesn't look that bad. It's like, why did we go in this order?
Indeed.
I feel like Cher should just sound like a cyborg that descends from the heavens or something.
She's actually an alien. You know what? I just had an idea. Cher is actually Tommy Wiseau's mother.
Oh, I could see that. And he doesn't want to acknowledge it, and that's why he gets all the money. Oh, I could see that.
Can you imagine?
I could, actually. That would make too much sense.
Yeah,
in
right?
fact.
That's the new headcanon over here on Goiter Group.
It is. We haven't had a headcanon in a while, I don't think.
Yeah.
Or at least we haven't announced one, so that's our next headcanon.
What if he just keeled over and died?
Yeah, I was looking at him. Is he alive? And he had his fireball sitting there.
A spooky fireball.
What else did I watch? Oh, I watched an Amy Schumer movie.
Oh, no.
Yes. That was the worst one in my opinion.
Which one was it?
I forget what it was called. It was the one where she goes to Ecuador and gets kidnapped.
Oh, is it called Snatched or something?
Yeah, it's called Snatched.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm surprised you knew that, actually.
I am well versed in Amy Schumer's works because I need to make sure that I never see them.
Yeah, I thought actually, because we have all of our Netflix envelopes saying there, and it says, like, a girl goes to Ecuador and gets kidnapped in this thrilling adventure, and I'm like, whoa, is this like a Taken ripoff or something? This sounds interesting. And then I see Amy Schumer when I pop the movie, and I'm like, oh no. And sure enough, all the vagina. She actually popped her titty out in that movie too. Actually,
disgusting. How did you not just like poke your eyes out after seeing that?
Exactly.
I'm so happy that I've never seen that. Like, just the sheer thought of ever seeing that.
The sheer thought.
Exactly. I feel sick to my stomach right now just thinking about it. Like, she is like the most vile human being on the planet. Like,
she is in that movie as well.
Really?
Yeah. There's this scene. I don't even know. I don't know why she does this. The guys don't do this. I don't think they don't whip their dick out and like whip it around. There's a part where she finds this attractive dude who's gonna sex traffic her, but she doesn't know it, and so he's like, trying to seduce her.
Yeah.
And so she goes to the bathroom to wash up, and she's like, of course, doing things where she's like washing her armpits and trying to be nasty. And then she puts her leg up on the sink and she starts scrubbing her vag with toilet paper. And the door opens up and he sees her doing this. And he's like, oh, wow. And she's like, yeah, it smells like soup. And he's like, cool, what flavor? And I'm like, oh my goodness, what is this writing? What dude would say this? And what girl would believe that any dude would be interested in their soup-flavored pussy? And also, seeing Amy Schumer, yes, her
did she actually show her vagina?
No, luckily.
Thankfully.
But
okay.
just the implication and seeing her rubbing her, the miming of her grotesquely rubbing her vajoodle in such a way.
Oh, I don't feel good right now. Oh man.
I was not. I didn't.
That is vile. Like,
yeah.
I wasn't even talking about her doing like disgusting things like that. I was just talking about her as a person being a vile human being.
Yeah.
But that is just. Ugh.
Were you aware that she did stuff like that? Because I was not.
I know she makes like jokes like that in like her stand-up, like my vagina.
Yeah.
Funny Kyle. They make fun of her on South Park a ton. You know?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Women comedians are funny. All you gotta do is say my vagina a lot.
Yeah, she did talk about her vagina quite a lot.
Yeah, she also steals jokes. Like, it's proven, she steals a ton of jokes. So
yeah,
any respect for her as a comedian just gone, and as a person, was never there to begin with.
Yeah.
Just absolute disgusting human.
Yeah, I think that was the first Amy Schumer movie I've ever seen too.
I'm very happy that I've never seen an Amy Schumer movie.
I know Ghostbusters counts as one now too, right? Was she in Ghostbusters? Oh no, was that a different fat white lady?
They're all disgusting. So.
I mean, they know they're playing the archetype, so it's not like offensive to say that they're playing the fat white woman.
Yeah, right. I mean,
they're disgusting. They fart. Everyone laughs at them and says, "Oh, you're so gross," and that's
yeah.
about
I mean, they've accepted their lives.
Their character.
They've accepted that their lives are so disgusting that they just want to be the punchline of these jokes, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I watched Hotel Transylvania 3. That was probably the best movie I watched this week. There's nothing bad to say about that. There's a couple of fart jokes in there that was like it's kind of, fart jokes are, they're fart jokes.
Fart jokes are hilarious.
in the right,
We spent
in the right
how long
context.
laughing at a fart song?
That's because it's ironic, I think.
Oh, is it really?
I think.
Are we laughing because of the irony? Do we watch TikToks because of irony anymore? Or are we just watching them because we can't stop?
Yeah, I don't know.
What do we do anymore that's ironic even? I honestly
I don't know
can't
what
say.
irony is anymore. I don't think things are ironic anymore. Irony
Everything
means
in our life has
nothing.
become 100% sincere.
Yeah. But yeah,
It's like we're gonna start drooling ironically, and then we're gonna get addicted
drooling
to it.
ironically?
Yeah, like Rat Watson.
Oh, drooling. I just said drooling.
Oh, that too.
We're just gonna start spitting on the floor.
Yes, of course we are, because that's the new trend.
I wouldn't be surprised. And you like swim in it or something, I don't know.
That's gonna be hot. We gotta start on that.